Hi everyone, this is Thomas from Video Mantis, here with a Vault Talk exclusive. I'm here with Eric Leek of Mike, and we're in the Wilcox Sound and Communications building. There is an event that Eric is going to be putting on. He put one on recently up at Gotham Sound and Communications in New York, and now you're going to be doing one on the West Coast with Wilcox.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
on Monday.
Yeah, so that's great. Well, first, it's nice to meet you. This
Nice
is the
to meet
first
you.
time
Good
that
to-
I've ever had the opportunity of talking to you. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself and how you got into sound?
Well, I studied film school in back in '95, and I finished that, and I did sound and editing, and from there on, I just did productions. I started with a lot of series and feature films in Holland. I'm based in Amsterdam,
Yeah.
so I did film school in Amsterdam, and then from there on, the network was directly there. So I directly started with shoot, and but I started out with feature film and series and a little bit documentary, but then I got children and it wasn't too, it wasn't, I couldn't combine it anymore because
Yeah.
you start at like 8:30 or 7:30 on the set, and you come home at 8:30, and then on your day off you have to do you have to do a production meeting,
Right.
or you have to maintain the equipment, or
You're literally passed out.
or
because
you're literally
so
passed out.
tired.
Yeah. So I quit that, and then I started to get more into like documentary and commercial type of film, the commercials, and I'm still doing that.
Excellent.
I'm still doing like documentary style, ENG, and documentary.
That's great.
It's commercial, ENG, and documentary.
The trifecta.
Yeah.
Of what we do.
Yeah.
That's excellent. So,
Yeah.
and you know what? I guess we'll talk about the weather for a little bit. You came from some cold weather to go to even more cold weather in New York.
Well, I think it's worse in the Netherlands at the moment.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
We have snow, like
It's unreal.
Yeah.
You know.
We had that like I was a young kid.
Yeah.
We had snow every winter, but the last 10-15 years there was like a little bit of snow, and then it disappeared within an hour.
For
but
sure.
Now we have real snow.
Yeah.
Right.
Global warming's real, guys. Let's just say that right now.
And then I thought, well, what is it's the airplane.
Yeah, we're next to an airport, everyone. That's not our fault.
So then I thought, well, let's go to California to have some good weather. But yeah.
Yeah,
so
and what do we have? Rain.
It's a bit disappointing.
Lots of rain.
Yeah.
Cats and dogs.
But it was funny driving here this morning, seeing all the Californian guys like, oh, rain, and
the
it's like
second that there's
30
not
on the highway.
a sunny day outside, everybody like turns into like Carmageddon.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But it was nice. But
Yeah.
I like it here. Yeah. It's good to be here.
Excellent. By the way, everyone, this Vault Talk is actually supported by Mike. So I want to thank you guys for helping us to get off the ground. You know, obviously the biggest deal with Video Mantis is doing our best to bridge the gap between students and professionals, and also to find a place where manufacturers feel safe to talk about their products without having these negative and biased reviews online. I really wanted to find a place where you can speak your mind, talk about your products to everybody in an open field setting.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. You know, also because I'm just like everyone that is watching. I'm a sound guy. You know,
Yeah.
I'm shooting every day, and I had an idea, and I took the effort to develop something.
For sure.
And it's so easy to sit behind your computer and say, oh, it sucks, you know. But that you directly address it to me, and I think people are not aware of that always.
Exactly.
That there are also people behind the product. And
For sure.
if you have ideas about things, just let me know. You know, we can always work together and see what we can achieve together. But instead of saying that this sucks, and
yeah, and honestly, to even talk about that a little more, I think that everybody in our society as sound mixers, they need to understand that not every single company is like the size of Sennheiser
No,
or
definitely not.
Neumann or these huge companies.
Yeah.
Even when you look at companies like Mike and DPA that are all sold all around the world,
Yeah.
they're being run by only a few people, and you guys just don't even understand. I've worked at retail shops before, and I know that you guys have. those emails, they just don't stop.
They don't stop, no.
So it can get really stressful when people just don't have the patience because they think everybody is on the internet. That means that they are fully established and they should just be on their game all the time. And
Yeah,
it's like,
but still, I agree with that. But still, you have to try to keep everyone happy. So I think customer services with HideMic, I really
Absolutely.
I really try to keep everyone happy. And if there are complaints, I really try to answer emails within a day and try to solve the solution. I think that's the main thing. Also, that if you are aware how people are working. Because I am a sound guy, I know
Yeah.
it can also be frustrating that you think you have something, or and then it doesn't work, or it doesn't work in the way you like it.
For
Then
sure.
it's nice that you have someone that steps in and understands your problem, and so that's also a bit of an advantage. Me being a guy from the field instead of a big
Exactly.
company like Sennheiser or Neumann, which
There's-
is the same actually.
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely, different molds of sound mixers. There's the sound mixers that they just want to hone in on their craft and get the toys that are available and really focus on their craft. And then there are other people that are like, I like to think outside of the box. And if I'm having this problem, there's probably hundreds of other sound mixers that are having this problem too. So if I make this little wigwag and whatever it is work, it saves the day. It makes you like a miniature superhero. So that's awesome.
Well, with me it started because I started in '95, and that was also the time that the wireless mics came into the market, the workable wireless mics.
Yeah.
So like the Microns and the first generation, and obviously with feature film you had to hide them, but it wasn't that normal to hide them with documentary or ENG style filming, and I started that, and people liked that. And when I did that, our producers and directors in the Netherlands, they said, "Oh, that's nice, that's nice." So they asked other sound guys to how to do that as well, so hide microphones. And then they called me and said, "Yeah, Eric, you did this production last time. How did you manage to hide that microphone?" And then I
You go, did you like the sound? You can hire me again and I'll just do it for you. I don't need to tell you my
no,
secrets.
I didn't do it. I told them my secrets. I said, no, I did it in this way and that way. And then you use the camera tape and you put it a little bit around. I was using the Sonotrims, and you put it around the capsule, and then you do it like this. You put it on a seam so that you don't see it. So I told them, and then I thought, well, if I might as well, if a lot of people have difficulties with it, I might as well develop something that is helping a lot of people. And then
Absolutely.
And I always had the ambition to have something else beside shooting. What is really with sound, you're responsible for the sound, but you're never responsible for the end product. And what I like about having a business like HideMic is that you're really responsible for everything.
Yeah, it's a little piece of you that you give to the world.
Well, yeah,
right?
if you see it that way, yeah. Well, it's inspiring that you make something and people appreciate that.
Absolutely,
that's
it
really
really is, and you absolutely have some incredible products. So let's talk about them after this plane goes overhead. Jesus, all right, don't get blown away from the exhaust there, man, crazy. But yeah. Oh, and I need to do one thing. I forgot. We need to hit record on that. There we go.
Okay.
So now we're recording on that. Guys, if this is a live Vault Talk with Eric Leek from HideMic, so if you guys have any questions for Eric or questions about the HideMic products, we have all of them here, and we're going to break them down right now. So this is the time for anybody that says, oh, I don't like it because of this. Well, we're going to debunk myths. We're going
and you like it. I also like it when people say that you like it.
Well, exactly. We want to talk about what your opinions are of this product, if you guys have any questions about them, and go from there. So why don't we start with the first product that you started with? Let's go from there. We're just going to take the timeline. This is the HideMic timeline.
HideMic
of
timeline.
Events.
Okay. So it was 3.5 years ago, and actually, I was on a holiday in Turkey, and I saw this little flower, and then I thought, oh, that's a nice organic way. If it was possible to put a microphone in there, that would be great.
Yeah.
Just you have like space, and it's in the shape of the microphone, and it's small. It has low footprint. But I didn't do anything with it that time. And then I once had a flight from Amsterdam to Moscow, and I was sitting in a flight and I was a little bit bored.
You know, usually people on planes, they sleep and things like that.
Yeah.
You make companies.
Well, yeah, I have
It's just
ideas.
crazy.
I have ideas, and I
You
work them
can't
out.
sleep very much,
No,
can
and
you?
the good thing about flying is, and you know, some people hate flying, but when I get into the plane and I think, oh, 12 hours of doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's like bliss, you know.
Exactly. I'll catch up on my emails.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
I'll develop a product.
Yeah,
You know?
make some design things. But then I drew a little thing on a paper,
Yeah.
and it was the idea was because I used paper clips a lot.
Mhm.
Shall we wait for the plane or no?
Should we wait for the plane, guys? You guys let us know at home. Do we need to
Yeah.
wait for these planes or
I
not?
think
We
it's
do
okay,
have our
you know.
dynamic microphones.
It's live.
We're probably fine, but let us know.
Yeah. So
Everyone.
I used the paperclip to put the microphone in between the space of the paperclip.
Yeah.
I fold it a little bit open, and then I put the microphone in there. So what I thought, all the things that were there at that time were like sticky pads, and you put the microphone on it, and you cover it with some piece of fur.
Yeah.
And well, it works. But the thing is, there's still a way that the fabric can touch the microphone.
Exactly.
So
yeah. It's whenever you have something touching the capsule of a microphone, you're susceptible to clothing noise.
Yeah, then it's you can hear the rubbing,
Exactly.
and even the fur is making noise when it touched the fabric of the clothes.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
then I thought, why anybody came across the idea to make a concealer?
Yeah, you know
that
what?
is-
We've got the Mantis cam
yeah.
here, so we can flip over to here.
Are my nails?
Yeah, right. Exactly. I didn't do mine. Let's not look at mine today.
Okay. Oh yeah. So I thought, why don't I make something that is just like a little cage around the microphone like this? And when you slide the microphone in there, what you get is like a little chamber
Exactly.
around the microphone.
It's basically surrounded by a pocket of air.
Yeah, it's surrounded by a pocket of air, and because the surface of the material is so smooth that even when it moves a little bit on the clothing, you won't hear it because
Right.
it just runs off the concealer.
Exactly.
And that is the whole like basic philosophy of what I do with Hidemic. I always try to make concealers where the microphone is free from everything. So you have space around the microphone so that sound can come in freely, and there's no way that you can touch the actual microphone.
That's excellent. So that was the first one that you
That
made?
was the first one, yeah.
Okay, and that's the one that looks like the tulip picture that you have online. Let's go back to camera one.
Yeah,
Very good.
that looks a bit like the tulip I had online.
Okay.
But
If you guys want to see that picture, by the way, it's on the About page of the Hidemic
Yeah.
website. I actually saw the picture last night. It's really cute. It's got the little the little petals.
Lufthansa.
You know? Did you like fold that in a book and you like kept that one?
Now my wife's keeping that. I'm not good.
That's
at
actually, yeah,
these kind of
exactly. You'll
things.
lose it.
Yeah,
It'll
I
be
will
like
lose it.
sweep it into the trash one day.
Yeah. No, I put it in this drawer.
Yeah, exactly.
Which drawer?
You need to frame it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
that's a good
sure.
idea.
You should absolutely
that's
do
a good
it.
idea. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do that.
Yep.
Yeah, put it in the office.
Absolutely. You got to have like one of these on there with the little tulip next to it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it'd be great.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice. A good idea.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
no. What should we do first? Oh yeah, from being a sound guy and then this basic idea. I thought, okay,
What is this one called, by the way, just so people know at home?
this is the T-shirt holder.
That's the T-shirt
yeah.
holder.
In my opinion, this is the most versatile, but we come into that later, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I was a sound guy at the time, and it's pretty expensive to develop a product. So I thought, well, yeah, what should I do? I can. So I decided I give myself 10,000 euros to make the design, and make a mold, and try to make a product. I mean, 10,000 euros is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
But you know, it's not unovercomable if it goes wrong.
Yeah.
So then I started to find someone that could make 3D drawings. And
Do all the CAD work,
do
right?
all the CAD work, and I hooked up with someone that was in 3D printing and acoustical design.
Wow.
So yeah, that was very funny that I found her, and she made the initial design, and then I switched with the design to a guy that could make a mold of it, and then we could like inject. Yeah.
Because these are all one piece, right?
They're
It's
all
not
one thing.
like
Well,
glued together.
When I started, I thought, well, I'm going to buy 3D printers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put them there and just let them run whole night, and then I'm done. But you know, it's
No.
and even when you print it on the highest resolution, I do my prototypes like 3D printing with a company that has the best 3D printers there are. With
Are you using MakerBots or?
No, they're doing it with Raisin.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
the different version of them.
Yeah, I do it. Yes, with
It's like the upside down, instead of the printing upwards.
with a gel. Yeah, and it's I do that. That's the company doesn't matter. But so that is. But still, if you touch it like that, you still hear the resolution like.
Yeah.
And if you put it on the clothing, you will hear that. So all the 3D printed stuff. I think it's nice for prototyping, but it's not. Yeah. If you want to make a product, you should.
For a mainstream, consumer product, it's
it's also too expensive to. If you want to make it like in higher numbers, then it's the 3D printing is just too expensive.
Yeah.
But then we had to make the mold. So I first thought, go to China. Gotta make it cheap and go to China.
Yep.
And
that's what everybody thinks.
Yeah, but that is undoable. Undoable. It's just because this is the microphone. The microphone has to fit in here.
Yeah.
These margins are like microns.
Yeah.
It's so small, and you really have to.
They have to be perfect.
They have to be perfect,
Yep.
Otherwise it won't work.
You're going to hurt the mic. You're going to jam on one that's not made properly, and it's going to push the bushing down on the microphone. The rubber's going to break.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah, or you have to really push
if
it with a lot
you're
of force.
pushing that hard, it ain't good.
No, it ain't good. So that happened in China, and there were some other things with money, and so it was difficult. So then I ended up with a guy in the eastern part of Holland, and he was making the molds, and he said, well, we can make them for a fair amount this time. So he helped me out with that. So that was great. And then this was the end product. But with the design, I thought, one concealer is nice like this, but there are just many ways to hide microphones.
Yeah, there's so many different types of wardrobe choices: t-shirts, button-up shirts, dresses, bras, all these different types of solutions that that works great for a lot of things. I mean, I've used them on t-shirts. I've used that in other places. Sometimes it works for things.
You can use it on a bra. You can use it on a button-up shirt. You can, but it's up to you how you use it. But I thought I have to make something that is like a general approach to every situation.
Exactly.
So then I ended up with the 4 different. Maybe you can shoot. Yeah. On the.
And this is the Hydamike 4-pack.
This is the Hydamike 4-pack. So you have like this is for in a tie. And as you can see, the base of the concealer is flat, and the top is arched. And what you get is let me get the microphone. We have time now. So if this is your knot of your tie, and it's covered like that.
Yeah, it's just peeking out.
It's not really peeking out. It's creating a gap between the knot and the tie itself.
Right.
And then without any.
It's hidden in plain sight.
Yeah, it's hidden in plain sight. And if you have people complaining about that because the shot is from a low angle, you can just push it
back in a little bit more.
Push it in a little bit more, and then the sound won't be affected, and you still have like a good place to hide a microphone. So this is the tie holder. And this one is very popular also.
You know what? Actually, I want to tell you a story about the tie clips for a second, if you don't mind. Yeah. This is one of my favorite products that I have for wiring accessories. I have a lot of these, and one of the reasons why I'm so do I have my tie mount today? Is a while back, maybe 10 years ago, I was working on Prison Break, and there was an actor that we don't need to name the actors, but there was an actor that had a tie on, and it was my very first day in the union. First day, and I'm working on Prison Break. I was shaking.
I can imagine that.
And you guys are gonna laugh at me. So I go up to mic this guy, and I was nervous, so I did it really fast, and then I walked away, and it didn't look good. The way that I went up to wire him and the way that I left him, the tie did not look good anymore. And so he's like, Thomas, and he called me out on the union set. He's like, get over here. And he's like, you have to realize that some people have 70-inch or 100-inch TVs, and that knot's going to be this big, and it looks like crap, which means I look like crap. You can't do that. So, having something like this, which is so smooth and forming.
It's kind of nice that he told you that.
It was. It was a harsh reality on the day. I went like sucking my thumb in the corner because I was so scared and nervous. But it was a really good learning experience for me, and that's one of the reasons why I like to share my faults when they happen. Because he was right. It's like, you have to make sure that you're putting that microphone in, and I made the microphone stick out of the hole, like you were saying. I had it peek out. And the thing was, is it sounded great, but it looked bad. And when you're working on a production, you have to be a team player.
And now with the ever-growing resolution,
high
like
definition,
high this 4K. I mean, you cannot have anything
exactly
anymore.
So having a product like this, where it is so conforming to the tie, is just such a great thing. I mean, take a look at how small that is, guys. It's not going to make that tie get bushed out any bigger, and it's going to help keep it so it doesn't look like there's a bump in that knot.
Yeah.
Like people can call it out. They're like, why does that knot look weird? They're not going to be able to notice it because it helps to round out that knot.
Yeah.
So great work on that guy. What's next?
What's next? Well, the one that is very popular and which I haven't foreseen when I designed it. Bra is a great thing great place to hide microphones.
Absolutely, it's a great place to hide on women.
Yeah,
and some men, I guess. No comment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave that one alone.
You say that.
Yep.
So I thought, I make one that is having a clip like that.
Very cool.
So you see.
So that's like the T-shirt holder, but it has a clip.
It has a clip. Again, when you put the microphone in there, you see again there's the space around it, so it's completely secured, and you don't see, and nothing can touch it. But the clip, instead of you as a sound guy giving it, placing it, you just give that to the talent and say, can you slide it over the centerpiece of your bra?
Exactly, clip it in.
Yeah, and clip it in, or you leave it at wardrobe and say, can you place it in there, and be sure that that it's in the middle,
right.
And then you're set for the whole day, and there's no awkward situations, or it's I like that.
Now, how about I'm going to get a little intimate for a minute here.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with chest sizes on different women, do you have it where you're putting it underneath the bra, like in between the bra and the skin, or do you put it in between the bra and the clothing on the outside? How do you like to use it? Is it different depending on the different size of a chest?
Actually, what I usually do, if I have a normal breast girl, then I just put it on the outside. That's how I designed it.
Gotcha.
But if you have like someone that doesn't have that much breast, I usually take my T-shirt holder and put it a bit higher.
Okay.
Because
the physical skin.
No, on the physical skin, or on their shirt, or on their blouse, whatever they are wearing. Because if they have a bra, and you don't have that much, it probably is a bit low also.
Yeah, and it might be rubbing at that point if there's less of a chest, right?
I don't have that experience, but what I have is it's just too far away, and it's going to sound you're going to miss the proximity effect of the mic. So I'd rather place it a little bit higher than.
Yeah, for sure.
That's everyone that I mean, there's not one solution in hiding mics. You just have to play and listen, and that's how
you need as many examples and things that you can try.
Yeah, and
because it might work this time, but it might not work next time. It's all about having as many tricks as you can.
I don't know how it is with you, but I'm doing this for 25 years now.
Yeah.
And every time when I have to mic someone, I mean I know what I'm doing, and I have a lot of solutions.
Yeah.
But every time it's like, okay, let's try this, and hopefully it works.
Exactly.
And I always figure a way that it works, but it's never easy. It's never easy.
Absolutely.
And
there's a book that I wrote. One of the reasons why I started Video Mantis is because about 10-12 years ago I wrote a book called Down to the Wire. It's available in the iBook store.
I
if you guys
haven't
are
seen
interested.
it. No, I will definitely look into it.
Yeah, please do. But the idea was, back in the day when I was working at Coffee Sound, everybody'd be like, how do you put a mic in a tie? How do you put it in a dress coat? How do you put it on a bra? How do you do it here? How do you do it there? And I was so tired of answering the one-offs. I was like, why don't I just make a book and show all the examples and just say, go get the book?
Yeah.
So we wrote this, example of how to do it. And
do you have it here or not?
I have it on the iPad. So I'll show it to you later.
For everyone, you have it on the iPad.
if you guys want to see it, please take a look
definitely.
at it.
Great.
The idea was, books don't have moving pictures. So kind of like what people are doing now. I started 10 years ago. I started doing all the wiring tutorials that are, going around shooting different angles so people can really see how to put it in a tie, how to put it in a dress, and things like that.
Sounds like me as a must-have for every sound guy, but
That's what I'm saying, you know.
and we did that also, like not that extensive, but we on the back, because you know not every sound guy is working all day on sound. You know,
exactly.
You have a lot of cameramen that have to
they
do
need
sound.
these tools as well.
Or directors or students that are shooting their whole film themselves, and that's why we like added this little manual on the back so that you have some sort of direction how you can use the product.
Very cool. Very cool. That's very helpful.
Yeah.
So did we talk about all the pieces in
no,
here?
No,
or
not
what's
yet.
next?
Not yet. Well, then we have the T-shirt holder.
Okay.
And that's well, in my opinion, this is the most versatile of them all.
Yep.
Because they're just like a little cage around a microphone.
For sure.
And you can put it anyway. You can put it on the seam of a shirt.
Yep.
And then you ask how do you place it there?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we.
Yes, silly pads.
Silly pads.
I need you to talk to me about these. Talk to me. Jesse Flores, thank you for purchasing the book, man. I appreciate it. Please let people know what you think about it. Even if you don't like it, let me know.
Yeah.
I got to know what I got to do better, guys.
These are the silly pads, and which camera did we shoot them on?
Oh, yeah, I got the Mantis cam on for you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, these are the silly pads, and they're actually like double-sided silicone glue pads.
So it's not Topstick. It's double-sided like Topstick, but it's not a tape.
I will show it. No, it's not a tape.
Okay.
It is. First of all, I have to bring in. I hate cutting on the set. I like to pre-cut things at home, or have things pre-cut as a product. So this is originally designed because when you put in the tie holder, the tie clip, and sometimes it can still tie can move a little bit, and you can hear it like a little bit the movement of the tie. You can hear it. So you want to secure the tie clip in the tie.
Mm-hmm.
And of course there were like all these kind of pads, like these things, and you have the Rycoat stickies, but it was too bulky. If I tried it with Rycoat stickies, to put it was just too bulky.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, maybe we should.
Yeah, those Rycoat overcovers, undercovers, stickies, they're good, but they are kind of bulky. Man.
Yeah.
10 years ago, that was like the only thing that worked for everybody.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, like a lot of the times I will just go to that because it's so easy and I'm so used to using them. It's like I know how to make them work good.
I use them myself as well.
You still do,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. And even with the Hydemic stuff, there is like tons of use for it.
Exactly.
But sometimes you just need something smaller. So that's why we have this.
Let's go back here so we can see one of these.
So what it is, well, because it's transparent, it's not very.
It's very
clear.
Small. It's only like a centimeter square.
No, 4 millimeters.
4 millimeters.
Yeah, 4 millimeters.
Okay.
And it's on transfer paper. So what you do is you take the top layer off.
Okay.
And then you have like your tie holder.
Oh, that's easy.
And you do like this. You do like that.
So you're not peeling this off, getting it stuck on your fingers.
No. You just tuck, and then
peel the plastic off and stick it on the thing.
Yeah. Well,
genius.
Well, let me get my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And when you press it, it's like attached very.
Wow.
It's really sticky. It's really sticky.
Now watch you crack your phone case.
No.
Right.
And then if you want to take it off, you just peel it a little bit.
Yeah, you just peel it off.
And
take the mic out and then take it off.
Yeah, and there's no residue or whatsoever, so you can use it like that.
See, that's so great because, that's another thing that we have to do all the time is we have to go in, I call it routine maintenance in the book, the Down to the Wire book, is that when you wire somebody up at the beginning of the day or the beginning of a scene, it's not like, okay, great, they're great until I take them off in 6 hours, I'm going to go eat something at Crafty or take a nap.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
No.
It's like, you know what? Sometimes I've had guys where I wire them up, and in between takes, they're doing push-ups and pull-ups in the corner on the set, and it's like, okay, now his mic is hanging down like this, and so you're always having to go back and check on them. Yeah. And something like that, if you're just shoving it in a tie without any type of adhesive, it's going to move. If they adjust it, it's going to possibly stick out of the knot. So that's just going to help keep it in place and make sure that it just stays in place.
Definitely, and that is so true. You have to make some sort of a plan
Yeah.
when you make someone even with a bra holder. I say, oh, you just slide it over your bra,
Yeah.
but you might as well put a piece of camera tape at the back so that you're really sure that it not pops off.
For
you know?
sure.
These kind of things that. Yeah, well, it's anticipating on the situations you're about to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have any other uses
Yeah,
for
oh
the
yeah.
silicone
Yeah,
pads?
sure,
What
sure,
else
sure.
do you do with them?
What I use them a lot for, because they are like transparent and so small. If you have like clinging jewelry that is on a talent,
Nice.
you just
Yep.
tack them together.
Yeah, you could use Sticky Joes or you could use that. Sometimes that's clearer than Sticky Joes.
Yeah.
So you probably won't see those little, I call them rice nuggets, when you like rip off like a little piece of Sticky Joes and go like this,
Yeah.
you know, and it looks like you have this weird little pebble of gooey stuff. It looks weird sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a much better option.
Yeah, and also when you have like a jacket and the zipper is ticking.
Yep. Tick, 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 tick,
You
tick.
just get it little square, put it behind the zipper, and glue it to the plastic
Perfect.
thing.
Yep.
And or a keychain that's clinging. You know, you can everything you want to tag down with a low footprint. You know,
For
and
sure.
without seeing anything of the tape. And the good thing, I like it because it's so quick. It's with the transfer paper, so you just do like this. It's very easy to do. You take the top part off,
Yeah.
and then you can hold it like this without any glue. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's just that 4 millimeter square in
And
the
then
center.
Plop, plop.
Yep.
And you're
I mean,
done.
you could even have them ready to go. Like what I might do is if I have 4 or 5 clips that I'm using all the time, I would just have them like that,
Like that,
ready
yeah.
to go. Pull it out, stick the
Yeah,
mic in,
yeah,
stick it on.
definitely,
Like if you're
yeah.
working as a union utility and
Yeah.
you know you're going to wire 8 people at a time, you know, that's probably a good way to like, you know, save yourself a couple minutes.
Haven't thought about that yet,
Yeah,
but that's a
you
good
know,
idea.
it's all. I call it the calm before the storm. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's what can you do to prepare yourself, because when that wave comes crashing on the beach,
Yeah.
you got to be ready to absorb it and to
Yeah.
take whatever comes at you.
Yeah.
You know, without
Yeah.
getting washed.
And
whatever.
without people waiting too long for you. You
Exactly.
know,
Why? Come on,
Yeah,
waiting on
okay, yeah,
sound.
yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Lights getting low.
Yeah, gosh, yeah. Light's always getting low. You're losing the light at hour
Yeah.
1. You
Yes.
people.
And when is
Good
light
golly.
all of a sudden the problem of the sound guy?
It's always the problem with us. You know, you guys are crazy.
So,
but yeah.
and then you have the still there's the shirt holder.
Yeah. Let's take a look at that one.
Yeah, that's this one.
Okay.
And actually that's the same as the bra holder, but then with the clip the other way around.
So what is the difference between the T-shirt holders and the bra holders? Are they the same shape, but one has a clip, one doesn't?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, everything besides the tie holder is the same as the T-shirt holder, but with a clip.
Okay.
And one is the one direction, and the other is the other direction.
Gotcha. You know what? Do me a favor. Let's put all of these right here, just so I can
Yeah.
see each one
Yeah.
separately, so you guys can see them. If anybody has any
So-
questions about these Hydamite clips, please let us know. As you can see, a couple of them have the clips and a couple of them don't. So you have the T-shirt and the tie holders, and then you have the clips for the bra clip and the T-shirt clip, right?
Yep, right.
Perfect. Excellent.
So, and you can use the T-shirt clip with the to put it behind the seam of a T-shirt with the silly pads or with other,
Now,
adhesive.
when you do that with the silly pads, are you also like putting another piece of like transport moleskin over the top of it to kind of just double it up?
No.
It's that tacky
Yeah.
that if you put it behind the shirt right here, it's
Yeah.
just going to stay.
It's gonna stay. But
Wow.
what you want to do is like, because if you well, you can try.
Yeah, actually, what I want to do is I even want to just feel the strength of one on my finger. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. That's
you
really
can,
tacky.
But you cannot use it on
Yeah.
your skin directly. It's not hypoallergenic. or
Gotcha.
something.
Yeah. Okay. So that
It's
yeah,
like-
don't put it on people's skin. Put it on
No.
clothing. Don't put it on silk. I would say might be a little. What do you think about pulling it off of silk if it's like a really fragile garment? What do you think? Would it have any chance of like
if-
pulling some seams
And,
out?
if I'm sitting here now, I said, well, don't do it. But I probably
Copy that. It's only wardrobe. They can pay for another blouse.
yeah. As long as the sound is good, but silk is always a problem. So you
Yeah,
know,
exactly. Well, guys, if you don't understand what we're talking about, you have to be careful with adhesives in certain clothings. You have to think that sometimes you're working on a set and they're like, no, that shirt costs $4,000. That tie costs $1,000. You're not going to put something that could potentially ruin it if you pull it off. So you might use a lighter tape or put it somewhere else to make sure that it's okay.
No, even
it all depends.
Yeah, even with the bra holder, there were like there are other solutions with vampire clips, and I know some cases that the sound guy put the vampire clips on the bra, and the girl said, "Well, I just paid $120 for this bra, and now you're going to ruin with the vampire clips." And this is just you slide it over.
There's
and
no teeth that are going to ruin it.
Yeah. And if you do it 3 or 4 times a day, putting vampire clips in a bra,
you are going to ruin it. You are going to see those holes.
You're going to see it, and
for sure.
Some people don't mind, but other people mind, of course.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to think like maybe this is a celebrity that's bringing their own clothes because it's a lower budget shoot and they don't have a wardrobe department and a whole wardrobe for them to select from.
Also with documentary style film, of course.
Right.
I mean, that's all. They don't have wardrobe.
Exactly.
These are their own clothes.
Yeah, it's not just about wiring talent. It's also about your demeanor, how you react with or interact rather with the talent that you're miking. If it's somebody like Nicole Kidman, she's going to know, and she's been wired a billion times. She's probably had more wires on her than you and I combined have put wires on people. You know what I mean? She's crazy. So somebody like her, she'll be like, yeah, no problem, just put the mic on.
Yeah, but in my opinion, wiring mics is always an awkward situation. Yeah. It's like we made some sort of agreement with the talent that they said, okay, I act if it's
I'll let you touch me.
Yeah, if it's normal, and you do like I'm doing that all the time. But still, it's always like it's a thing.
Yeah.
And I know some actors, like high budget actors, they have their assistants wire them up.
Yep.
So that they don't have.
It's becoming more and more common.
Every day
or not.
Yeah, but I can imagine if you have like switching sound guys every day, and there's another sound guy going, and I just had a smoke, and then you have to all these kind of things.
Don't smoke, guys. If you're gonna smoke and wire talent,
no,
man, don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
Yeah, find something else. Get a vape pen or something. Jesus, I don't know.
But all these things are like just as important as the tools you use, in my opinion.
For sure. Awesome. Yeah. So what's next, man? What do we want to talk about next here?
Well, I think what we haven't done is the B-Flex.
Okay, yeah.
So
this is your newest product, is that right?
Well, actually, these are the newest products.
All right, let's talk about that one later.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about the B-Flex now.
Okay, B-Flex.
Okay.
There was a guy from Switzerland, and he was sending me some pictures, and he got a gel shoe inlay in 2 and put a microphone in between, and he sent me the picture, and he said, this doesn't work, but I have to body mic someone because it's very light clothing and it's going to take it off.
Yeah.
And it was silky, and so he said I wanted to put it directly on the body, but there is not really something. So he tried to do something with the shoe inlay, and that didn't work. So then he said, can you make me something that does work?
Yeah.
And then we made this.
The
B-Flex. And the B-Flex, then the guy that had the idea is called Balthasar. And the B is a little,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so
cool.
cool.
So everyone, it's B-Flex, but it's Balthasar Flex.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but so that's
very
nice,
cool.
Yeah. So
you got to pay homage to the guy that helps you get it out
there.
Of course.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice for him, nice for me, and it's a good name. So that,
yeah.
So what it actually is, it's a silicone. No, we'll take it.
Oh yeah.
It's completely sealed, so if you use it, it's like clean and
very good.
So people cannot take it out in the shops as well.
Mm-hmm.
So this is it actually.
Wow.
It's a silicone drop-shaped thing that you put directly to the body.
Okay, very good. So you load it from the back
Yeah,
side.
yeah. So what I did, it was quite difficult to make it actually, to make something like this.
I can imagine.
So the shape of the microphone is in here, and you just put it in like that. And what you see is it's completely isolated from the outside.
Yeah.
And again, you have the
That open
the
space.
open space
That lobs love.
And then you place it directly here, under the shirt, of course, directly to the body, with some piece of. Oh, you can show it like this.
Yeah, I'll hold that for a second
No,
so
it's
you
not
can
necessary. Well, I have this
just so it doesn't fall on you.
transport, and you place it on the body.
Not on the hair. Ah, just kidding.
Oh yeah, get into that later. So like this.
Very good.
And it moves. If the body moves, the concealer moves with it, and it always stays protected because you know this.
So you don't tape over the top because if you do, you're going to cause a little bit of a
definitely,
a muffle sound.
definitely. But there's another reason for that. It's made. I mean, it's made out of silicone.
Mm-hmm.
And the good thing about silicone is that it's like hypoallergenic, won't cause any rash, and it's skin friendly to use. But the bad thing about it is that nothing sticks to the back.
Yeah.
So that is why we made this wedge shape like this. And if you put like a piece of transport on the bottom of the concealer, then this falls in the cavity of this of the tape, and it will hold all day.
Yeah.
You want to make some. You don't want to have the complete weight of the cable hanging on the microphone, so you want to make some strain relief.
Exactly.
So
now, do you usually put your strain relief like along the side here?
Yeah, I do.
Or do you also, put it like so? The microphone's here. You have a little piece of strain relief here, and then do you put a piece on the side as well?
Yeah, I do that.
Okay.
I never run it down because if you use this, the shirt is probably so.
Cable vein.
Yeah, you will probably see it. So what I do is I do it like this. I put concealer here a strain relief, here one, maybe here also, but you know that it won't show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't want that cable to bulge out and hit the shirt where you see like that little bulge of cable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And usually the chest covers it a little bit because
exactly. Yeah.
So so this is for body marking. It's not like your regular go-to concealer, but if there is an option, either you have to do like $5,000 post-production or this, then you definitely choose for this.
For sure.
And
so why silicone and not like a harder material? Like why did you pick that?
Because of the skin friendliness of it.
Because of the skin friendliness.
You have to wear it all day.
Yeah.
And if you have like more day shoot, and an actor has it on for like 4 or 5 days, you don't want to end up with a red thing on the chest. So
for sure.
So that is why people have. There were some complaints about that they couldn't put anything at the back, so one way or another.
Oh, like a top stick on the back?
Yeah, people used to have like put something on the back of their concealers and then place it instead of putting something over it.
Yeah.
So we thought about it, and there is a way, and you can, because this is made from the same material as you make like fake noses and ears and cheeks, and so you can use your regular silicone glue. And you put it on the back, so you can do it like this, and then you can. Maybe this is.
I'm gonna give you my arm.
Okay, maybe this is going to be
there we go.
Bit too deep in the whole thing, but you just do it like this.
So this is gonna be like permanent now. Like I'm gonna have this on my arm for the rest of the year.
Sorry for that.
That'd be good. No, it's great. I love it.
No.
I'll tell everybody
it's
my scar that I got from Eric.
It's easy to get off, but
yeah, right.
And then you do like this.
Ouch! Just kidding. I'm kidding, everybody.
It's burning. It's burning. No. And then you do it like this, and then it sticks there for all day.
Yeah, you know what? We have a good question for somebody. Mike Gillig is saying, how often do you guys hear the heartbeat when wiring talent direct on the skin or the chest?
I sometimes do.
Yeah?
Yeah, I sometimes do, and sometimes more.
Yeah, it's funny. Ruben, I'll hold on to that for a minute just in case I have to go back for you. But go ahead and use two cameras.
This is the skin color. Yeah, that's actually a good question. I sometimes do. I sometimes do. And
would the B-Flex help with that because of the fact it's technically not touching the skin at that point?
It will help, and the silicone, it will help a bit, and the silicone will isolate it from the body, the sounds, because it's very not dense, but the opposite. No, okay. So it isolates it good, it damps good. But the thing is, when I notice someone heart beating, I always think he's already nervous enough.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just leave it that way, and I think if he calms down, it gets better. And my experience, I know that 9 out of 10 times you never hear it back on anything you hear in post-production. So you can hear it with your headphones on, but in any other situation you will never hear it again. So I just leave it.
I just say that those people have really big hearts.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
really.
Just give them a big hug.
Yeah,
You know, their hearts are bigger
and they
than
need
most.
it at that moment.
They
need
do.
it when somebody
Exactly. They're,
Yeah.
you know, wow. Guys, I'll tell you one thing right now. This mount is on, if you want to use camera 3 for a second. I have a little piece of transport. Uh-oh, it's on the hair.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, I barely feel it. Like, I forgot that it was there for a minute. You know, if I wasn't holding the wire, that's really great. Even if it gets bumped, it doesn't look like it's going to hit the capsule. So, you know, I mean, unless if something directly hit in the center, which it's not going to do. This seems like a really good option. So do you only use it on skin? Do you use this in between dress shirts?
No,
or anything else?
I only use it on skin. If I have to do things between dress shirts, I use the one of the clips.
Gotcha. Because you want to have that hard plastic isolation where this for skin helps because it's bendable, moldable to the body and things like that.
And the good thing is also is that it even if you place it here with a real tight shirt and it creates a little bit of a bump, people won't recognize it as a microphone because it's a complete different shape. You know, that's
for sure.
So they see something, but they won't say, "Oh, there's the mic." Probably some guys on the level here hiding Facebook.
Excellent.
Face, they will say, "Yeah, I see it." But
now, what colors do they come in?
they come in. This is beige.
Okay.
And then we have black and transparent.
Okay, very good, very good. So 3 different colors. So, and what's the pricing on these?
I think around $20 in America and about a little bit less in euros.
Okay, very good, very good. Guys, it's just another great option. That's the one thing about working in this industry is that you need to have all different types of tools. You never know when one's going to work and the other one's going to work. This, I'm going to tell you right now, I would love to get a couple of these and start using them.
You can have them.
Thank you.
Yeah, you just walk away.
Awesome. Cool. I'll just keep this one here. You know, I'll just whatever. I'll boom with my arm. But yeah, I absolutely love these. I think that these are going to work great on skin, and also some of that finicky talent when they're like, no, you can't touch my skin. I'm very sensitive. That's okay. This is made specifically for people like you.
Yeah, but it is like if you want to use it, you have to work together with the talent because you have to put it on the body, and you know you have to be some sort of get into some sort of relation with the guy you're doing it on because it's can I put anybody in?
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's do the test because this was what was this called again? Silicone glue or what did you?
This is just silicone glue, and I think we will provide it as well. This is a brand you can just order online. Silky, but I think we're going to make this is quite a big bottle, and I think we're going to make smaller bottles.
Yeah, you only need a little bit, right? You're not going to cake this on.
No. If you have 5 mils, that's enough.
And do me a favor, if you hold this camera for a second, we're going to show people. I'm going to just take it. I took the tape off, and I'm going to slowly peel it off.
Yeah.
Does not hurt, not even one bit.
No.
Didn't hurt at all.
No.
So there we go. And then how would you clean that, or would you?
Well, you can clean it. There is some solvent that you can use and that comes with it. But the good thing is now, because there's some glue on the back, you can also use it with some sort of double-sided tape, your top stick or your... So now you can use this because the glue is on the back. Yeah, so the tape won't stick very well to the back just by itself, but once you have that adhesive on it, then it'll tack a little bit better. And then it will tack a little bit better.
So if you guys need to do it that way, you can, or just put a piece of tape across it.
Yeah, or put a piece of tape across.
Moleskin or transport.
Moleskin, transport, whatever you like, to try to have it like hypoallergenic, because, you know, if a person is wearing it all day, you should.
Troy Wilcox is asking, could you put it on clothes? I guess we could, but that's not really what this one was made for. Is that right?
Well, the thing with all my clips, and I think everything that is in the market, if it works for you, it works for you.
Yeah, guys, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
That is, like, there's so many people like, no, you have to do things this way. It's like, okay, close-minded person. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the way that things are done.
There are no rules in hiding microphone.
I mean, does it work? Does it sound good?
Yeah, that's
right?
true. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's true.
For sure. Great questions, guys. Keep them coming.
So,
Could you put the B-flex curved side to the clothes? Is that right, Troy? Let me know if I'm answering or if I'm asking that question properly. I often have this with new talent that are stressed and high heart rate thereafter. Yeah, Mike is still talking about the heart rate beating. Yeah, that's definitely something that can happen.
yeah.
So, for sure.
Yeah, I always feel sorry for the persons that are
Yeah.
in front of the camera.
You know, there's something about empathy on a film set, I think, you know, to understand where everybody is. Everybody has their own things that they have to do to make that cog, to make that machine work. So just giving as much respect as you can to every department, not being that hard-ass person is like, why aren't you, hurry up. And, just don't be like that. There's too much stress on sets as it is.
Yeah.
Just stay calm.
And it doesn't suit the actual product. I mean,
Yeah,
it
exactly.
doesn't make it any better.
It
to
will
do like
negatively reflect on the product. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wow. Well, that is definitely an amazing product. That B-Flex is something that I
well,
think
what was
everybody
it?
should
Put it
have
on the
their-
side. On
Yeah,
the side?
well, they were asking like if you can flip it around and put it on the clothing, and a lot of people are still asking. I think just to debunk a myth, this is something that's put on skin. It's hypoallergenic. Okay, so this is something. Yes, if you want to use it on clothing, great.
You can.
But if you do and you're like, oh, it has clothing noise, oh, this thing's a piece of crap, well, maybe you're using it wrong because it wasn't intended to be used on clothes.
Yeah.
All of the different Hydomite pieces are meant to be used on clothes, and that's because it's made out of the harder plastic, so it has the ability to say, no clothes, get away from me, so I can have that openness of air around the mic.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just got to get intimately close to the skin. That's what that's for.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
going to be so much more comfortable for
It's an addition
female
to
talent.
this. It's not like
Exactly. It's not
replacing.
this or
No,
this.
No.
It's when you need that, that's when you use
Yeah.
that. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody.
Yeah.
Do you have a question?
Just Jesse keeps asking about the B-Flex and wind protection.
Yes. In fact, I want to talk about wind protection on everything,
Okay,
but
good.
let's start with the B-Flex, and then
Yeah.
we'll talk about these
Yeah.
two. So let's talk about wind protection for the B-Flex.
Well, actually, because it's under the clothing, you
Yeah.
have like
You already have that barrier of wind from
and
the clothing.
I never had like a problem with wind with a B-Flex.
Mm-hmm.
Never, because it's covered by a shirt or so.
And I
That's
would
what it is.
assume, like at the same point, it's like people also have to think of you've never had a problem because you're using it in the right applications.
Yeah.
You're using it indoors when they have a t-shirt or maybe a light sweater over the top of it where it's not going to sound as muffled, things like that.
Yeah.
And then when you go outside and they put on more layers of clothing like people do when they go outside, you start taking the mic off of the skin and start bringing it to more of an outer layer.
Yeah.
You know, because the whole thing is you don't want to bury your mics. You want to have them as exposed as you can
Yeah.
until they're susceptible to the wind, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. That is exactly the way I work too.
Right.
So you want to have as less
Yeah.
barrier as possible.
Man, we'd make a great team, Eric.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
come
yeah,
on,
we
you
should-
let me
yeah,
know.
we-
All right,
we
A
should-
and B
and
team.
Yeah.
You know,
Next
I don't have to
production
be A.
oh, me neither.
Yeah, right. Okay, good. Well, we'll just be
That's
B
it,
and C.
or-
You know.
No, 2 A's.
How about that?
2 A's.
Hey, 2 A's.
That's
Batman and
better,
Batman.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. That's great.
Good.
Could you
no,
put
no,
in?
I can tell something about the wind protection.
Yes,
on this
oh, yeah, please do.
Because sometimes when you have
forgot.
like a tie clip and you have it exposed to the wind, it can be a problem.
Yeah.
So what you want to do, well, first of all, I want to.
And do you use overcovers in this?
I don't use the overcovers. I
Okay.
use something from Ursa, and it's called like
Are the soft circles?
Soft circles,
The
yeah,
soft
because
circles.
because the overcovers are like they cannot stretch, and the soft circles can stretch a little bit.
Okay.
So what you do is you just take a sticky O or something, you put it over like adhesive on this side, and then you just fold it over the. I can get it if you.
Yeah, why don't you go get it? Let's show people how to do it. We're gonna just take this down. I'll hold that for a second. Sorry for the handling noise, everybody. Yep, yeah, we're good. We're running around here. Oh, we got Mantis cam, so we'll do a jib move. How about that? Woohoo! Yeah, a lot of people are asking about wind protection and stuff. Just remember, everyone, you know, the first thing to think about is that this is used in lighter moments, you know, T-shirts and stuff. If people are sitting, you know, in a chair or on a couch in an indoor scene, or they're doing some light walking in a kitchen or a bedroom, that might be a great place to use the B-flexes if they're not wearing multiple layers of clothing. Now, if they are wearing multiple layers of clothing, then maybe you start going to the different hide a mic clips that, you know, we were talking about earlier. Guys, great questions today on the Video Mantis Vault Talk. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. We would love to answer them with Eric from Hide a Mic. He's obviously here to just help us throughout the day, to show us a couple of the products that he's going to be demonstrating on Monday, February 4th, for the event that's going to be held at Wilcox. I'm going to put that his mic on my leg here for a second while he's getting everything. Excellent. And here's your mic again. Thank you. And you're back.
Yeah, to get that from the basement.
Now, a lot of people are agreeing with the Ursa technique that I think you're going to show right now, which is
great. See, these are the soft circles, thanks to Simon Baishi.
Great guy.
Yeah, he gave it to me to explain that. This all. And you see, these are the soft circles. And here's the microphone concealer.
So it's like a moleskin, everybody, but it's a lot finer than
and
a moleskin.
stretchable also.
Ooh,
you see, that's
very nice.
the great thing about it. And then you use, Simon and I did some designing on a wind protection for the hide a mic clips.
I'm having a brain fart right now. Is he close to you in Amsterdam?
No,
or no,
he's
where is
in
he
London,
located?
but we have good contact.
Very good.
So
how far is London from Amsterdam?
Well, in time or in?
Yeah, like if you were going to go visit him.
An hour with a plane.
An hour?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to take the plane. 3 hours by train.
Gotcha.
And so I will show it now with the Rycode sticky O's. So what you do, you take a sticky O, you put it around it like that.
Very neat. Very neat.
And then you still can use the grid. Everything's open.
You know, 10 years ago we had to cut the hole out of the middle of the sticky. Do you remember how annoying that was?
But we were looking into, like, this is a little bit too small, so we try to make ovals.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Exactly.
Well, Simon, we get into that later, okay? And then you just do it like this.
See, that's so cool. I'll be honest, I've always done it the ghetto way. I've just like taken an overcover and like poked it in the middle and shoved it around. Yeah. That's such a better way to do it.
This is the idea. And
that's
then you have like wind protection for it.
And now you just stick the mic in the back,
you stick
just
the mic
like
in
you
the back,
normally would.
And you can prepare this before you put it into a tie. And they're coming in several colors, I guess.
That's great. Yeah, see, that's such a great thing. You just have it set up, ready to go. When you're talking to wardrobe and saying, hey, what are they wearing? Oh, okay, I know that I can just have that ready to go.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's great for the tie rig if you have a little bit of wind that's sneaking up into the knot of the tie.
Yeah, and I'm not going into wind protection. You know, it's not my. I'm for the concealers, and there are so many solutions for wind protection. So this is one, and I like this a lot. And it works well.
Jamie Scarpuzza is saying one wind protection trick that I do is to stretch a Joe sticky worm around the edge of a Sanken OEM windscreen. Then stretch overcovers felt around it. Works pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So he's putting the windscreen on the mic, putting a little bit of the sticky Joes around it, and then overcapsulating it with that.
And he doesn't have the problem. What's his name?
Jamie Scarpuzza.
Jamie, you don't have the problem that your mic is getting all glued up after a few uses.
Well, you know, it might. I mean, I've definitely used a lot of Sticky Joes before. To be honest, I used to use Sticky Joes in place of stickies for overcovers. I would put a sticky and an overcover, you know, and sandwich the mic, and I would cut off a little piece of the Sticky Joes or rip off like maybe that size of my thumbnail and stick that on the back. Like if I knew that they were going to sweat hard or whatever, I start with that, and I would always get at least maybe an hour or two in before I had to start doing it again.
Instead of the
stickies, I would use that sometimes. And because it was such a sticky adhesive, it would stop those vibrations from coming towards the mic. But this is obviously before all of these different hide-a-mic pieces started coming out.
And it's also, I like the fact that you can combine everything. There are so many things in the market now. Oh, I had.
No, we're good. That just meant that the
Oh,
file
okay.
went to another
Yeah, I know the
backup
sound.
recording.
Yep,
We're
right.
doing backups here,
Yeah.
guys. Come on now. Right? Professionals.
Next file.
Trying to be.
Okay, and I like the fact that there's so much in the market now, and you can just you can combine it all and look what works best for you. That's
For sure. For sure. Wow, that's very good. So do you have any other products that you want to talk about, or are we getting into the secret products that you're going to show us on Monday?
Secret products. We can give you a
Maybe
little.
we can
sneak
talk about them a
preview.
little bit. Would love to.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you know what this is?
That is that the new DPA guy?
That's the new DPA
He's
6060.
gorgeous.
I have one.
Wow.
Yeah.
There are many like it, but this one is yours.
This one is mine, and a lot of people have ordered it and are waiting for it because they're slowly getting out there.
What can you tell us about that microphone? Why do you like it so much?
Because it's a great sounding microphone, and it's a very small microphone, and it's very well built.
Wow.
That is you see what I find. You probably don't see it, but if you look at the tip of the microphone, the DPA logo is integrated in the grid of the tip.
Oh my gosh, guys! I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you that, but you're going to have to see it up close.
So you have like the dot with all the fins around it.
Yeah.
That's on the tip of the.
That's gorgeous. Wow.
So
they really pay attention to detail, as do you with your products, by the way.
Thank you very much. Well, that's the only way,
Yeah. Amen.
I met the guys from DPA at the IBC last September, and we had a discussion, and they said, "Well, do you want to make a concealer for a new 6060?"
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously it's very small, so I would also wanted to make a real small concealer. So it took some time because you have to take a lot of things in account. You have to take in account. Can we produce it? Can you make a mold out of it?
Yeah, exactly.
How do we inject it?
It's all different.
It's all different, but there are also like things that you, the amount of material you put into that, all these kind of things. And then we ended up. This is 3D printed.
Whoa.
Concealer for the 6060. It's really small. I really like the final design. And then you have it like this.
I know one question people are going to have is how fragile is that clip? Are they? People are going to be worried. Oh man, it's so thin, so fragile. Is it?
No,
break?
it's good. It's good. It's a round shape, so that gives a bit of strength. And and here on the other side, it's completely filled because there is a wedge that keeps the microphone in.
Right.
So that it's only the top part that is.
That's
thin
like holding the strain relief inside of the clip.
Yeah, that's because this is like also in some sort of cone shape.
Yep.
And when you put it in there, you tug it a little bit.
There you
and
go.
It stays there.
There we go.
And then you have again.
Do a quick squeeze.
Yeah.
Guys, that's not fragile. It's actually built pretty strong. I'm squeezing pretty hard, and
you
I'm not coming near the mic.
And you want to keep the space around the microphone.
Uh-huh.
I don't want it that the first thing that touches it makes it go on the mic itself. So
sure.
Yeah, that's important. So this one is there, and again we have like the 4 different clips.
Yep. So you basically made the hide-a-mic pack for these mics.
Yeah, for the 60 DPA 6060, and this is actually a bra holder, very small. Good. We improved the clip also.
I like the clip; it's really smooth.
Yeah, it's now in the. We had some things with the clip on the Cos 11 that we had to reinforce it to make it a bit stronger. Yeah. But with this one, we made it completely different, so that it's in one piece, so it's harder to break.
That's excellent. Wow.
So this is
evolving. Very good work.
Yeah, and then not only for the 6060, but we got a lot of demand from the Middle East for the MKE2 Sennheiser.
Absolutely. Can't forget the Sennies.
And there's nothing in the market for Sennheiser. Nothing.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they have the regular clips, but all the other.
It's funny. I think that a lot of people, when they think of Sennheiser, they think MKH50, they think 416, and they think the G3s and the G4 wireless.
ME2, the ME2s, the ones that come with the wireless.
Yeah, they have some incredible lavs. I mean, DPA, not taking anything away from them, they have some incredible sounding mics, and I haven't had an opportunity to review the 6060 yet. DPA, I would love to do that, or if somebody has an inn, I would love to talk to them and really get it going. So hey, man, I'll talk to you guys later. But Sennheiser, I'll be honest, I've been using MKE2 Platinums forever.
Yeah,
with
this
my
is a gold.
Vaxcoms.
Yeah,
That's the gold
that's
version.
The gold. Yeah,
Yep.
I think they discontinued the platinum.
They might have,
but they still have the gold, and there are a lot. And I've heard that the new G4s come with with this microphone. But
Really?
I'm not sure about
yeah,
that.
maybe not. We'll verify
Yeah,
that later.
But still,
it's a great mic regardless.
Yeah, and we also made a concealer set for that. And
That's
again,
perfect.
very
Let's take a look
small.
at this one right here.
I
Yeah.
like.
So it's a little bigger than
Yeah,
the 6060
yeah, but
for the
mic-
capsule.
But the microphone is bigger, so.
Mhm,
But
exactly.
I'm really, I like really the feeling of
Yeah,
getting it on.
they're really easy to get in.
Yeah, try it. It's so
Yeah,
satisfying.
here, I'll have you hold that.
It's so satisfying to put it off and on.
Yeah, oh man, it's really smooth, guys. Just stick it in there, boom, and it's in.
Yeah.
Really easy to go. For us, it's all about how do we prepare things as quickly as possible and look good doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it is. But yeah. Well, that is very cool. So those are the new clips, and when are
So
those going to be available?
I think they're going to be. We're completely done with the prototyping, the design for the molds already. So now we get in the process of making the molds and start producing. So hopefully within a month.
Before NAB.
Hopefully, but it's
hard.
If I were the one that had to say it's going to be tomorrow, but
exactly.
there are other forces that
totally get it.
and it's difficult. I like to get it out as quick as possible, but I think within 2 months. It's
for sure.
Yeah,
for
that's,
sure. You got a lot of spinning plates. That's what I like to call it.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be here when they get here, guys. But obviously, we're happy to show you guys first the new products that are coming out from Hydamike.
Yeah. So they are going to be in this shape. So you had a sort of a sneak peek.
I love it. Thank you for that. So, and I think that the other thing that we need to talk about before we wrap this up, so if you guys have any more questions, please let us know so we can get the questions in before we end this live Vault Talk exclusive. But the one thing I want to talk about is this event that you're going to be doing on Monday, which is 2-4-2019. It's Monday, the 4th of February. It starts at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to have food here for everybody so they can eat. That's why I'm showing up. And then so we're going to have food for about a half an hour to an hour, and then you're going to be just demonstrating all of the different products that you have.
No, not really all the products. A lot of people obviously come to me and they ask, well, I have to mic this, and how should I do it? And I thought, well, not because I'm from Hydamike, I'm not promoting Hydamike, but just as like a insight in how you can wire people up.
Just some tips and tricks for people.
No, what I did, I called it 1 minute miking.
Cool.
And so you can mic everyone within a minute. Which
is what they kind of expect.
And then I made like 10 situations you can encounter on daily basis.
Awesome.
So you have tie miking, bra miking, shirt miking, scarf, winter jacket, all these kind of things. So I have 10 different situations, and I will dig into that.
That's amazing.
And if we did that, then after that we just go ahead and try ourselves.
Excellent. Yeah, guys, this is going to be a great seminar for obviously beginners, people that are in school, camera operators, anybody that has to put a mic on somebody. If you're producing your own content, this is not just for the people that are sound utilities and boom operators.
Well, I always say the guys that are like really seasoned sound guys that are doing hiding mics for ages, they know how to do it. They're into that. But it's like the people that are a little bit less expensive, they need some inspiration for it. It's great for them to come. You know
what though, I will give you a secret. I'm not going to name names, but one of the things that I do on the side is I teach a mic clinic class, and it's called the RF Mic Clinic for the IATSE 695 Union. And I've had, beginners, and then I've also had, like you said, seasoned veterans where, like literally when I got my student list, I'm like, he's in this class, he should be teaching this class. Yeah. I should be listening to him for the next hour. So stay humble, everybody. But, he came in and he watched the whole entire class. It was like a 3.5 hour lecture. And afterwards, he came up and he shook my hand and he's like, I just have to tell you, man, I'm going to have to take your class again because it was just so much information. I couldn't absorb it all.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Because, you know, somebody that's been in the industry for 30, 35 years, longer than I've been alive, is telling me that, you know, this is great information. So I personally want to debunk that myth. Just because you're a professional does not mean that you can't learn new tricks, that you can't learn something from someone else. Just because you've been in the industry for 40 years, just because you've been in it for 1 year,
No,
it doesn't matter.
It has to do with two things. Like it's like inspiration. It's not that you know, but it just works inspirational.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that you meet colleagues. I mean, we're always on the set with our boom up or
Yep.
just alone or
With your
boom up
crew.
with
Your
your crew.
clique.
Well, yeah, with your click. And that but if you come to seminars like this, it's nice to meet everyone, shake hands, and you know, it's building the community also. And that's also
Absolutely.
something I like. You know, it's like inspiration, community feeling,
Yeah.
and that's
It's about raising the bar for everyone,
Yeah.
not putting people on pedestals. We're all in the same boat. We're all here to learn.
Definitely.
Let's do it together. Have a
Okay.
good time. So what else is going to happen at this event? So you're going to be showing the easy miking solutions, and that starts at 1 o'clock. So get here at 12 for the food. Get here at 1 o'clock if you want to be for the seminar. I think they said like 125 people or something around there have RSVP'd.
Yeah.
Good luck, buddy. Come on, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably
need a
have to
model?
mic. No,
You know?
I have to mic myself.
Oh
up
boy,
probably.
there you go. Well, if you need help, I can even be there too.
Okay,
if you
that
want to
would be
bring
great.
people up on
Yeah,
stage.
that's much
Because
appreciated.
guys, we're going to be there live again
Oh.
with Eric. We want to basically help get this reach out to more than just the people in the Los Angeles area. So make sure that you join us live this Monday coming up around 12 o'clock. We'll, you know, probably start around 12:30, 12:45. Say again? Suit X, absolutely. Thank you for reminding me. We got a lot of stuff going on. So we've got the food. That's the most important thing at 12. Then we've got the easy miking solutions with Eric at around 1 o'clock. And then that's going to end somewhere around 2, I believe, 2:30.
Well, the seminar stops at around. It takes an hour or
Okay.
something, and then we go hands-on. Just some. We're going to try some things on, and
Awesome.
if people want to have some directions, or you know, we can just do that. So it's
Great.
probably is going to take 2 hours.
Okay,
something,
perfect.
Until 3.
Okay, so that takes us from 1 to 3, and then afterwards, for anybody else that's staying around, we're going to talk to Mark from Suit X. He's going to be bringing the new Shoulder X rig again. Have you tried this thing on?
I haven't. I'm so curious.
It's
about it.
awesome, man.
I looked at. It's so small.
Yeah, for anybody that hasn't seen it, we've done a Vault Talk exclusive with Mark a couple months back, so you guys can see version 1 of the Shoulder X harness. And now I guess they're on, what is it, version 2 or they're on version 3 now, which means I got to put this thing on again and show you guys the updates. This is a company that's very receptive to this new field that they're going to get into. This is for people that are working in construction and doing things like that. They didn't even think about having a boom operator wear it, and it's something that could potentially help us when we're doing these 30, 40, 50-minute takes sometimes, and we don't have any relief. So we will be doing that.
Looking forward to having that on.
Maybe we can put it on you and you can show people live. So
can.
make sure you guys are with us again Monday around 12:30. We'll start going live around that time. If it's a little bit later, don't hold us to it. But we will definitely be live at 1 o'clock with Eric, and we'll do that seminar. We'll show a couple of the examples as they break into groups, and then we'll take a look at the Shoulder X rig from Suit X afterwards. Guys, we got a lot of stuff coming up on Monday. I hope you enjoyed this Vault Talk with Eric, and thank you to Wilcox and Haida Mike for helping to support us this Video Mantis. This has been one of the best ones that I've ever done. I thank you for doing this, and
Thank you for having me.
I look forward to Monday, man. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thanks a million.
Awesome.
Okay.
Guys, thank you for the
Thank you.
questions, and we'll see you soon. Take care.